you take a look at the global statistics on violence against women, you may or may not be surprised as to how common of a problem it is. The WHO estimates that globally as many as 38% of murders of women are committed by an intimate partner. That's 1 in every 3 murdered women across the world.
There are so many things we can talk about when it comes to domestic violence, but I think we need to focus in on signs and symptoms, particularly because in this country there are lots of women, and I do mean lots of women, who talk about, if you don't beat me, you don't love me, and that's learned behavior.
As a mental health therapist, Jenny Lovell has worked with women on finding ways out of a domestic violence situation. She says there are warning signs in a relationship before any actual physical abuse begins.
Do you know that the number one flag sign is that if you are uncomfortable or you are feeling afraid in your relationship, that is the number one sign that there's a problem. And that this person, if he's not already a batterer, will turn into a batterer somewhere in the relationship. The number 2 sign would be, is he possessive, jealous, and controlling? And when I say possessive, he is jealous of even your family, your co-workers, your friends, right? He is demanding to see your passwords. He wants to read your emails. You come home, he searches your purse. And so they work at isolating you first from family, and then they isolate you from friends, then they isolate you from work. They don't even want the person to go to work. Another thing, he is going to be so nice in front of your friends and in front of your family. He is so nice. Everybody thinks he is the life of the party. What a lovely husband you have. But as soon as he gets in that house, you see the other person. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The behaviors are so different. Nobody knows or nobody believes that this person could possibly be beating you up or treating you the way that you are trying to tell people. The main one, I'll tell you, if a man tells you that he is going to kill himself if you leave him, or he will kill you, or he'll kill your mother and your sisters, or he'll kill other people, believe him and take him seriously. Take that really, really seriously, because I'll tell you, eventually he will.
What about relatives, the wider community? Can we help? According to Jenny, we must. While we must not put ourselves in harm's way, we can ask the difficult questions and encourage the victim to get help.
Pay attention to those things if you are friends and family and you suspect that there's something going on. You really need to get that person and try to get them to someplace where they can talk to someone. I don't ask, does your husband beat you? What I ask is, when was the last time he hit you? So I asked with the assumption that this has already happened. If you're a family member, again, I would ask the same way. How often does John beat you? When was the last time he hit you? It takes them aback and you can right away see that there's something going on. So you've gotten verification. At that point, then whenever you can do to get them to go to women's department, talk to some of the counselors there, you really have got to get them to talk to someone who can begin to convince them that they are worthy and that their lives could be in serious danger depending on the level at which this person is.
Victims of family violence need support, and even though efforts to help them may seem futile at times, Lovell stresses it can always help to try one more time.
Make a report, for heaven's sake. And if you hear a woman being beaten, don't sit in your house and ignore it and say, oh, well, look at how many times we've called the police. Call the police just one more time. It's really important that we intervene. These things are ending in death.